Hi everybody, it's Holly, and thanks for joining me today. So today, with Easter just being a week away, I thought it would be fun to make these cute little peep treat boxes. Isn't that just cute where they're peeping out that little window? And I have to tell you, these are probably my most favorite candies in the entire world. And some people love them, some people hate them, but I am like kind of a little bit obsessed with Peeps. In fact, I think I've probably so far this season already bought like 30 packages. I like to have, you know, like my breakfast or lunch and then have a package of Peeps. Now, don't tell anybody that. Anyway, so along with my obsession for these Peeps candies, we're going to make this cute little treat box today. And it just opens up right here on the top. And then there you have your cute little box of Peeps. I just think that's so cute how they're like peeping through the window. Peep, do you get it? Peeping through the window. Ha! Okay, wow, I'm on a roll today. Anyway, let's just jump right in and get started. I'm gonna set these aside. Now these Peeps, they come in different size packages. The package I'm using today just has the 4 Peeps. This is the one that you can generally find at the Dollar Tree. So, okay. What you'll want to start out with is a piece of paper that is 9.5 by 8.5. And I've just actually printed this out from one of the patterns that I have. Isn't that just cute? The yellow and the little pink bunnies. So 9.5 by 8.5, and then bring in your scoreboard. Okay, so on the 9.5 inch side, your first score line is going to be at 1. And then 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and 8 1/2. Okay, now flip your paper to the 8.5 inch side, and you want to score it at 1/2 inch, at 1.5, at 7, and at 8. Okay, we're done with the scoring. Okay, so here is our paper. Now those score lines, this is the one disadvantage to making videos. It's really hard to see those score lines. So I'll zoom in a little bit in hopes that you can see them. But the first thing we want to do is there are 4 boxes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are just going to cut those out on 2 of the sides. Okay, 2 of the sides. I'm going to bring my scissors in. Then we are just going to cut out 1, 2, 3, 4 just up to the score line. The very first score line. So I'm going to cut it up to the very first score line and then cut those 4 boxes out. See, it's even hard for me to see the score lines. Okay, so there's our 4 little boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do this on this side. Okay, so just those 2 little pieces out, and there is the base of our box. Now, this is going to be the flap that folds over. Okay, and this is going to be the box with the sides. So what we want to do is we want to cut up these 2 score lines. So let me just show you. I'm going to cut up those 2 score lines. Okay. Now, these are extra long flaps, so we just want to cut, about half of it off. So cut half of that off there and cut half of that off there. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then we are going to miter, and if you've seen any of my videos, that's just taking a little teeny tiny triangle off of these little corners, and that helps it so that our box will fold a little bit better. So boom and boom. Okay, and then I'm also going to just miter the corners up here. So can you see what that looks like? We've just slightly cut in a little triangle on all of the corners. This will be the flaps that come up and over. So let's go ahead and do that again on the other side. I'll just do it nice and slow with you. Cut up the score lines to that score line right there. Okay, so that's how it looks. Once again, these are too long, so cut about half of them off. Half, half. That just makes for it to be, you know, a little bit shorter. Now let's go ahead and miter in our corners. All 6 of those little corners. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and there we have it. So that is what your base should look like. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fold and burnish on all of my score lines. So how are you guys today? Are you getting excited for Easter? You know, I'm going to have a little Easter egg hunt with my grandkids, and I'm so excited. You remember when you were little and you would have Easter egg hunts? I mean, if you did, just such a fun highlight. And I think it's even more fun when you can do it for your grandkids. So I'm super, super excited. I'm going to make a couple of these boxes up and put the fun little peeps in there. Okay, so I've gotten everything folded. Okay, folded and burnished real good. Now this flap right here is going to be the top flap, and this is where we're going to want to put our little window so that the cute little bunnies can peek their head out, okay? So, but first, what I have found, I've made a couple of these, is I found it's easier to go ahead and assemble the box, at least the bottom part of the box, so you can make sure you get the window exactly where you want it. So I'm just going to fold these 4 little flaps in and put some adhesive on there. And we'll assemble the bottom part of our box, and I'll show you why I like to do it this way, just because I want my peeps to line up looking through that little window. Okay, so we've got adhesive on all 4 of these corners, and I'm just going to kind of fold my corners up on my box. Okay, do you see that? Fold my corners up. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and as you can see, there is our box. Just going to kind of fold that in. And then that will be the little lid that tucks down. Isn't that just so fun? So easy. Now, this is what I like to do, is I like to put my peeps in inside this little box. Okay, see, it just fits in there nice and perfectly. Okay, now if you have the metal die cuts, you could definitely cut a little window on the top of your box. However, you would want to do that before you assembled your box. But I'm actually showing you a way to do it without any die cuts. So cut yourself a piece of cardstock. This will just be for your pattern that is 2 by 2, and I found 2 by 2 works just perfect, so that you get the inside of where those little bunnies are. Okay, lay your piece of 2 by 2 cardstock right down there in the center, and then I just put a little piece of adhesive on there. And what I'm going to do is shut my lid on top of that. And that shows me exactly where I want to have that window. And that's just a kind of a little secret that I have found that works. I'm just going to get mine a little bit more even. There we go. And I'm just going to trace that on there. I mean, there's a million different ways that you can do this, but I have found that this helps to really line up that window so those little bunnies are poking out. Okay, now we can take off that little piece of cardstock, and we just need to cut out our window. So I'm going to take some little tiny sharp scissors, poke through there, cut this little window out, and I'll show you just how wonderful this works. Let me get the edges of my box going. Okay. Cut down. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of my filming window. Okay, so I'm kind of excited to finish this video because that means I can eat this box of Peeps. So sad, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, you love what you love, right? So do you guys like Peeps? You know, I found that the marshmallow gooiness, like I said, some people love them, some people hate them. I will tell you a fun treat is stock up on these now, and then when you go camping, these make the best s'mores in the entire world. They're fun, they're colorful, and delicious. Okay, so there is our little window. The sides fold up, and this top flap just tucks in. And look how cute that is. It just makes the cutest little peep window. Okay, so I'm just going to add a few little decorations on the front of my box. So I'm getting a little bit of a glare, but what do you guys think? Isn't that so cute? Let's bring in my other box. And you've got the little window with the Peeps poking through. So anyway, I just hope that maybe I have inspired you to make a cute little treat box for Easter. So I hope you have a wonderful, fun crafting day. Happy Easter, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.